Title: My brother came to me with stunning news. His wife had cheated on him. He said, "I have a video and you need to see it." I said, "You're sick." "Man," he said quietly, "I know it's sick, but there's something on that video that will turn your life upside down. Start. Paralyzed, barely able to breathe." He looked pale when he showed up at my door, hands shaking, eyes hollow. "My wife's cheating on me," he whispered. I waited, thinking it was just grief twisting him up, but then he said, "I have a video and you need to see it." I told him he was sick to even suggest it, but his voice dropped, low and final. "Man, I know it's sick, but there's something on that video that'll turn your life upside down. You need to see it." When the screen lit up, my world didn't just turn, it shattered. I sat frozen, barely breathing. My brother's wife, naked in their bedroom. But she wasn't with some stranger. She was with my wife, the woman I loved, the woman I trusted, the woman I had built a life with. And my brother, the man who had shared everything with me since childhood, was watching his own life crumble beside mine. We sat in silence, two men broken, two lives gutted by the same knife. I trusted her, the way you trust your heartbeat, blindly. We built a home, whispered promises at night, shared secrets no one else could touch. She had that laugh, the kind that disarmed me, even in the darkest moments. And my brother, he was my shadow growing up. We'd fought, bled, starved together. He was the only person I'd never doubted. But that night, doubt became our inheritance, a shared disease. Looking back, the signs were there. Her late nights, her phone, always tilted away. That sudden interest in helping my sister-in-law. I told myself I was paranoid, that love meant trust. But when I saw her mouth on my brother's wife, her hands tangled in forbidden places, my heart didn't just break, it calcified. That's the night I stopped being her husband and started being her executioner. Revenge isn't rage. Rage burns too hot, too fast. Revenge is ice, slow, controlled, calculated. I moved carefully, quietly. First, I duplicated the files from my brother's hard drive. Every video, every photo, evidence. Next, I went through our accounts, shifted money, opened separate lines she didn't know about. I planted traps she wouldn't see until it was too late. Then I played the part, the loving husband, the fool. Every kiss on her cheek was a countdown. Every smile was a noose tightening. I watched, I waited, and I prepared. The first cut was financial. I drained joint savings into a private account she couldn't touch. She thought our vacation fund was intact. She didn't know it was gone. The second cut was social. I invited friends over, family too. I let her bask in their admiration, let her play the perfect wife, all while I fed subtle truths into ears that would carry whispers far and wide. The third cut was legal. I filed papers silently, infidelity, documented and undeniable. My lawyer smiled when he saw the footage. "This case," he said, "is already over." She was living on borrowed ground and she had no idea. It happened on a Sunday evening. I invited her family, her friends, her colleagues. Even my brother was there, stiff and silent, rage burning behind his eyes. She thought it was a dinner, a celebration. I stood, glass in hand, calm as a surgeon. "I want to show you all something," I said. The screen flickered, the room hushed, and there she was, my wife, twisting in sheets that weren't hers, with the woman who wore my brother's ring. Gasps, cries, chairs scraping back. Her mother's hands flew to her face. My wife froze, pale as death. My brother's wife collapsed into silence, unable to move. And I just watched, not with rage, not with grief, but with justice. She begged, whispered my name, promised explanations. I handed her the divorce papers instead, already signed, already final. Her family turned away. Her friends didn't meet her eyes. Her reputation, her safety net, gone in a single night. My brother filed his own papers the next morning. She tried to run to him, but he shut the door in her face. She lost 2 homes in one breath, 2 men who would have died for her. She called me for weeks, messages, pleas. I never answered.
Silence was the only reply she deserved. Sometimes, late at night, I replay that moment, the look in her eyes when the screen lit up, the way she realized her empire of lies had been built on sand. That was the moment I got my life back. I don't regret it, not a second. Because revenge, when done right, isn't fire, it's ice, and ice preserves the truth forever. I walked away colder, harder, but free.